You're thinking of moving to Denver, Colorado, but you're not quite sure which area you want to land on. Denver metro area is pretty expansive, but today we're going to go ahead and talk about Golden, Colorado, which is the municipality that is closest to the mountains, and it is tucked right in between North Table and South Table Mountain, and we really want to highlight what this city has to offer. It's actually one of my favorite cities in the Denver metro area, so let's go ahead and get into it right now. And of course, if this is your first time to the channel, go ahead and subscribe, tap the bell, make sure you are notified every time we are doing one of these neighborhood spotlights. We want to make sure that you have the inside view of what it's like to live here in the Denver metro area. So I'm Robin Gerlach, along with my partner Reed Puser of the Roots Home Sales team. We're happy to be bringing you Golden, Colorado today and what's on our agenda today. So today we're going to be visiting two properties. We're going to be stopping for a lunch at Indulge Bistro and Winery in downtown Golden, and we're going to be talking about our pros and cons along the way. So be sure to stick around because we want to make sure that you catch all the pros and cons that we have for Golden, Colorado.
Right now I'm standing here at the banks of Clear Creek, and in fact this creek is what originally brought people to Golden. Why? Because they found some gold here. Not a lot of gold, even though the name is Golden, but this turned out to be kind of a base camp for miners that were headed up into the mountains. They followed the rivers and the streams up into the mountains to find bigger deposits of gold. However, now this has turned into a wonderful recreation place. Really, we're in quintessential Colorado. We've got a creek running through town. We've got lots of parks and bike pathways. We've also got the historic Old Town, downtown area that we were just in with the shops and restaurants. Really, this has everything that you would want in a Colorado town.
So as Reed was mentioning, Golden has a lot of history behind it, and we're actually standing right across Clear Creek from the Golden Hotel, and we're right along Washington Ave, which is kind of the main thoroughfare in downtown Golden here. But one thing we also want to talk about is the recreation that you have here in Golden. So in the summertime, we're obviously not in the summer right now, it's cold out here, but you can see where it's all frozen here. People usually get in from the park about half a mile up and swing right down here, and this is the takeout for tubing. So people come tubing here in Clear Creek in the summertime. It's ideal. You have to come check it out. We're actually going to do another Golden video in the summer so we can highlight what it really looks like down here in the summertime. So Reed and I are walking here, and we're about to head to our first property visit of the day. But we also want to mention some of the places of interest here in Golden. When people mention Golden, Colorado, what do they usually think of, Reed?
Well, the Coors Brewery is probably the first thing that you think about because, you know, we've seen so many commercials out there. Yes, it is located here in Golden, and yes, they are doing a huge redevelopment plan for a lot of the Coors owned property here in downtown Golden. It'll include retail space as well as homes, and also, you know, some more industrial space. So it's pretty cool. Over the next, like, say 5 to 10 years, this entire downtown area will be changed once again.
That's
Robin,
incredible.
what else do you like to see or do when you're in Golden?
Well, what I love doing is usually going up either Golden Gate Canyon or Clear Creek Canyon to do our mountain biking or our hiking. But you know, for folks who are just visiting, I think it's worth checking out the History Museum downtown, the Buffalo Bill Museum to learn a little bit more about Buffalo Bill. And then of course you got Lookout Mountain up there with Buffalo Bill. So you get some of the best views in the metro area from Lookout Mountain. And I'd say those are probably the main points of interest, but you can't forget Colorado School of Mines, which is the university here in Golden, and it is an engineering school. And they've been in the news lately for their football team doing so well. They've gone to the national championship 2 years in a row. And so you can't forget about Colorado School of Mines. You might be watching this if your kids are considering the School of Mines. Excellent university, and you can't go wrong by living in Golden, Colorado. So let's go take a look at our first property.
Let's go.
All right, we are here at our first property visit today. It's 1150 Orchard Drive, and we're in the West Pleasant View neighborhood. Now, West Pleasant View neighborhood is actually an east side of Golden, near Colorado Mills Mall. This whole area is, you know, typically the more affordable section of Golden. Now, Golden is higher up on the price scale, as we mentioned in our intro, as far as real estate values go here in the Denver metro area. But over here in east side of Golden, you tend to find more affordable land, more affordable homes. And this one was this is a brand new construction, 4-bed, 3-bath. It's the front end of a duplex, built by MAG Builders in 2023. All right, we're here in the kitchen, 1150 Orchard Drive, and this is a chef's dream. You have the island here looking out to your family, your friends, whoever you're entertaining here at the home, with lovely quartz countertops. You have these massive cabinets, lovely 6-top stove here, stainless steel appliances. I mean, this is just a cooker's dream. And you got this too. Look at this lovely backsplash and the exposed shelves over here, your little coffee setup or your bar. What I really love about this home is this pantry. Look at this pantry. Walk in. Oh. All right, I'm ready to buy it. This is an entertainer's paradise home. Let's take a look at this outdoor back patio. Check out this outdoor entertainment space. So you have the gas fireplace set up, you have extra lighting up here, and notice on the ceiling you have beetle kill pine. It's just, I mean, this is set up for bringing your friends, your family. And what I really love about this, and I always talk about this, is you'll notice when we're touring these homes, is it's on the south side of the home. In the wintertime in Colorado, it's always good to have your gathering spaces with friends and family on the south side, because that's where all the natural light is going to be coming from. Here in the primary bedroom, you have nice vaulted ceilings, you have a massive walk-in closet over here, and you have views in this oversized window looking out to Green Mountain to our south. And the primary bathroom, where you have double vanity, again, the quartz countertops, marble tiles, and look at all of this storage. My wife would have a heyday in here with all of her stuff, with all of these cabinets and this storage. The shower with the beautiful marble tile as well. This is luxurious living. What's also cool about these newer constructed homes is that they're incorporating some outdoor space or some balconies outside of the other bedrooms. So here we have a balcony going out and you're looking right out at South Table Mountain. You just can't beat the views here. This listing without talking about the geography. I mentioned a little bit earlier that we're in East Golden, in the West Pleasant View neighborhood, where this area is really starting to develop. What's so great about this area is you have very quick access to I-70 that can get you into the city or to DIA out to the east, or it can get you west up into the mountains within minutes. You're also very close to Colorado Mills Mall, probably a 5-minute drive, and that's one of the biggest shopping centers here in the Denver metro area. We're looking right out this north window. We're actually looking at South Table Mountain. There's 2 Table Mountains in Golden, and Golden is the city, downtown is kind of nestled right in between them, and we're over here pretty much to the south side of South Table Mountain. But again, this listing is excellent. It was built by MAG Builders. It is listed by the Gerhardt Moore team with Modus Real Estate, so we thank them for giving us the opportunity to showcase such a beautiful home. If you guys have any questions about this particular home or homes like this in Golden, reach out to us. We'd love to get you more information and get you set up into getting your dream home in Golden, Colorado.
So we wanted to share some pros and cons of living in Golden, Colorado with you guys as we are driving to one of our favorite places to eat, Indulge Bistro, right down off Washington Street. This is also my wife's favorite place to eat in Golden, so if she sees that we're here, she might be a little disappointed. Maybe I need to bring her some takeout. Nonetheless, let's go with pro number one of living in Golden. And this is something that you guys have already noticed as we've been going through that first house, and that is proximity to the mountains. We are so close here to the foothills and the mountains. In fact, Golden is kind of known as the gateway to the Rockies, and it really is. We're surrounded by a number of local mountains that are fun to recreate on. One of those would be up Apex Recreation Park, and there are a number of downhill mountain bike trails as well as hiking trails there. Something to note, look at their website before you go to ride Apex, because some days of the week, some trails are only one way for uphill climb and uphill hiking. We're also very close to the South and North Table Mountain, which both have trail systems. And then lastly, we're very close to going up Clear Creek Canyon. And up there's a lot more recreation and a lot more fun to be had, whether you're biking, hiking, hanging with your dogs, or wading in the creek. So we're talking pros and cons of living here in Golden, Colorado. I'm sitting right now at Indulge Bistro. We're right on Washington Street, which is the main drag through town here. And looking across the street, I can see Peak Cycles. That's where I take all my bikes for servicing. Over there's the Icelandic ski shop. And when Robin and I were walking down the street just a minute ago, walked by a bunch of different bars, restaurants, and locally owned shops. So as far as like a true downtown shopping district, dining district, tucked up close to the mountains, you really can't beat Golden. And that's why our pro number two is location in regards to all the shopping and eating here in Golden.
And pro number three for Golden is you got to think about the schools, right? If you're moving here with your family, Golden is known to have one of the best high schools in the state and overall just a really good school district. So that's going to be pro number three. And we're going to talk about pro number four since we're here at Indulge Winery and Bistro, and it's really windy outside today. Usually we would shoot a lot of our footage outside, but today our hair would be flying everywhere. We don't want that. So we're going to do pro number four here as well. And it has to be the access to all the outdoor activities. You have rock climbing. If you drive a little bit up Clear Creek Canyon, you can go indoor rock climbing over at the Movement Gym. It's one of the larger indoor climbing gyms that we have here in the metro area. You have access to mountain biking trails, which is Reed and I, that's our favorite. He mentioned Apex Trail earlier. North Table Mountain has a really good trail. You drive up Clear Creek Canyon, you can find more access to hiking, or you can go a little bit further north on 93 Highway and then turn in west and go up to Golden Gate Canyon. There's really good hiking up in Golden Gate Canyon as well. So the access to all the outdoor recreation, you just really can't beat it here. I mean, it's only rivaled probably by Boulder as far as cities with good access to outdoor recreation here in the metro area. All right, and we are to our fifth pro of the day for Golden, and perfectly set up because we are right in front of my favorite brewery, which is New Terrain Brewery. And it is situated right here at the base of North Table Mountain. So this is where I love to mountain bike up on North Table, come down, get a drink. They have a food truck always. Sometimes they have live music in the summer on Thursdays. But that brings us to our fifth pro, which is they have a lot of good breweries here in Golden. Not only New Terrain, but you have Mountain Toe Brewery. You obviously have the Coors Brewery. You have Holla Daily, which is an assortment of all gluten-free breweries. So you pretty much have your pick, if you're a beer drinker, to get some of the best breweries here in Golden, Colorado.
Well, Golden sounds so nice. What about any cons to living in Golden? Well, the first one's going to be the price tag. The average price for a home in Golden is right around $950,000. You can certainly get some places for less than that, particularly if it's a little bit on the edge of the town, or if you're looking for more like a condo that's a little bit smaller. But the con of living in Golden is that the price of housing is pretty expensive. Golden sounds so good, but what are some more cons? Well, got that for you too. One of the cons that we've heard and that we've experienced here in Golden is especially in the wintertime when our angle of the sun is a little bit lower, because we're tucked right against the mountains and in between North Table Mountain and South Table Mountain as well. The sunshine might not be here all day long like it is in a lot of places in Colorado. So some of the mountains will block a little bit of that sun, especially in the wintertime. Nonetheless, it's still Colorado. We still get 300 plus days of sunshine every year.
And with every pro comes a con. So con number 3 for Golden is you occasionally get a foul smell coming from the Coors Brewery. Now, it's when the winds are just right, but it's especially when you're driving into Golden from Highway 58. So that's basically taking off I-70 and going west off Highway 58. You go right next to the Coors factory and the Coors Brewery, and you'll get this funky smell coming from the brewery. And we had to throw that in there because nobody likes that. But the good thing is you don't tend to get that a lot at your house or your home, depending on where you live in Golden. It's not too common. It's more when you're driving into town. And con number 4 for living in Golden, Colorado is, especially in the summertime, you're gonna see some more condensed traffic on the roads here because, as Reed mentioned, we have a nice little downtown area here along Washington Ave. But it's really just a 3 or 4 block stretch where it's very condensed with car traffic, especially in the summertime when you have the summer cruises, whether it's on the bicycles or there's the car cruise collection that they have here in the summertime as well. But Golden has so many activities and so many events when the weather is nice that traffic is just really tough to drive through the town. So that's going to be con number 4. And with that 5th pro brings us to our 5th con of the day. And it probably just has to do with an identity crisis that you see in Golden. So it's kind of like, is it a mountain town, recreation town? Is it a college town? Is it a family town? Or is it an industrial brewery town? There seems to be a little bit of an identity crisis here. And a lot of folks, locals in Golden, longtime locals in Golden, don't want it to become too much like Boulder. So there's a common saying here in Golden that says, don't boulder my Golden.
So here we are for our second property tour of the day. We're going to be taking a look at 1275 Washington Ave. And this is a 2-bedroom, 1.5 bath condo. It's literally located right here on Washington Ave, right in the middle of everything. And as you can see, if you're interested in living in Golden and being right in the middle of it all, you could be here. You could cruise right next door to the Golden Sweet Shop. You could get a sandwich from Snarf's, and we're gonna go check this place out right now. Come on with me. So right across the way, we're looking at the Coors Brewery factory and that wonderful mural that you can see right there, pretty cool. On the right-hand side of that is actually South Table Mountain, and then we've got North Table Mountain here. There's plenty of areas in Golden where you can literally live right at the base of the foothills and hike or walk or bike right up into them. Here we're in downtown, but we can still see them and they're only about 10 minutes away. So in this type of a unit, we're only working with about 1,000 square feet. But as you can see, this house is laid out really efficiently. You've got your open living room to balcony, in here to the kitchen where I'm at now. You know, your typical fit and finish. This house was built in 2007. So you've got, you know, your really nice granite countertops. You've got your under cabinet lighting. We've got very high ceilings in here as well. We're at 10-foot ceilings in this place. So it feels large and expansive. The kitchen itself is actually pretty darn large too for 1,000 square feet. So it would certainly meet the needs of any of your personal chef. Here in the primary suite, you're gonna notice this room is really large. It's give or take, I would say 20 by 12. They've got a lot of beautiful built-ins in here. And if you're looking for a larger kind of primary suite, this is definitely meeting that criteria. Golden is kind of unique in that it is not just a bedroom community like a lot of the other suburbs around Denver and Boulder. There are actually jobs here in Golden. So in fact, there's a number of different companies that are headquartered here. Calm, which makes like the dog chew toys, those amazing things that you put your little dog treats in and it takes them like, you know, an hour to get out or maybe only 5 minutes, but either way, that is headquartered here. Some other places that are headquartered here is Good Times Burgers, Boston Market, Home Advisor, and of course the main employer would be Coors Brewing Company and its subsidiary of Coors Tech. Coors Tech started out in like the ceramics industry and they've expanded widely since then, but a little bit of an unknown fact. So there's lots of jobs here in Golden. We hope you enjoyed this video and this tour of Golden with us today. We hope that you found some value in it and that maybe we shared something that you didn't know about Golden previous to watching this video. As always, we get calls from people like you every day. You can call us, you can email us, you can text us, whatever works best for you. We want to be your local resource for information about Denver and the surrounding areas, and Golden included, and also to help you with your real estate transition. Remember, we want to make this a smooth transition to you to move to Golden, and we look forward to hearing from you. And if you did find some value in here, please go ahead and give us a subscribe and a like for the YouTube algorithm. We create these videos for you guys, and we want to be of value to you on your journey of discovering Denver and the surrounding areas.